Welcome to this session, A Focus on Wales. I'm Tracey Marenghi from Universities Wales and really pleased to talk to you today about some important updates in Welsh higher education. I'm delighted to be joined by Laura Davies from Cardiff University, Juan Rayon Gonzalez from the Erasmus Student Network, and Ewan Davies, Vice-Chancellor of Bangor University and Chair of the Global Wales Programme. Wales, as you know, is part of the United Kingdom and is a nation where learning is valued and academic standards are high. We have 8 very different universities, which between them offer pretty much all courses across a range of diverse campuses, from the bright lights of Cardiff to the mountains and beaches of the North and West Wales, which you may have spotted in that opening video. It's a really timely and exciting point to be delivering this film at EAE for us in Wales. With unprecedented levels of support for international education from the Welsh Government and an increase in mobility opportunities, which are reciprocal for our young people, researchers and staff. Now, this may seem counterintuitive to some. After all, we're still grappling with Brexit in the UK, and like all of you, we've all had to deal with the challenges posed by the pandemic. But challenges ask great questions of us, and on international education, Wales is delivering. There are a couple of exciting initiatives that we'd like to draw your attention to today. The first of which is Wales' brand new mobility programme, announced earlier this year. By some way, the best funded proportionally within the UK and also founded on the principle of reciprocity, understanding the importance of inward as well as outward mobility. I'm going to hand over to Laura Davies of Cardiff University, who can tell you a bit more about this new scheme.
Thank you, Tracey. So here at Cardiff University, we're absolutely delighted to be developing and hosting the International Learning Exchange Programme for Wales on behalf of the Welsh Government. This is a £65 million investment, and the programme will run from 2022 to 26. It really underlines Welsh Government's commitment to ensuring that learners in Wales have a global outlook. The scheme provides opportunities for students and learners, predominantly young people, but also our staff, to undertake a period of learning or work experience overseas. The programme is open to individuals from all backgrounds and is particularly important as we seek to rebuild and reconnect internationally as we emerge from the global pandemic. It's open to people from a wide range of sectors, including our universities, our further education colleges and vocational education and training organisations, adult education, youth work and schools. We hope that 15,000 participants will go overseas from Wales and that 10,000 participants will come into Wales to work or study for a period. We're really pleased that the scheme is reciprocal, and where needed, it will fund costs relating to inward mobility of learners, teachers and young people. That enables us to continue the relationships that we'd built under Erasmus+, but also to build new relationships, both for our institutions, but for Wales more generally. This programme will be of huge benefits to learners individually. We know that time abroad broadens learners' horizons and opens up a wealth of opportunities for them for the future. We also see our students and staff as some of our very best ambassadors in forming new relationships. Finally, the programme seeks to ensure that Wales is seen as an outward-looking and welcoming country. We want students from elsewhere to come to Wales, as well as sending our learners overseas. So in summary, we're delighted to be co-creating this exciting scheme, and we're really looking forward to seeing the programme develop, building Wales' international profile and developing and extending our global partnerships.
Thank you, Laura. Let's hear more about this from Juan Rayon Gonzalez from the Erasmus Student Network.
Thank you. It's a great pleasure to be here today talking about this new great program. As you can imagine, in the Erasmus Student Network, we were devastated when we found out that the UK was going out of the Erasmus Plus program. And it was so refreshing to see the Welsh Government proposing this new program. We believe that the foundations of the program, with both inward and outward mobility, provide a great basis to maintain the connections between Welsh students and students across the European Union and beyond. We appreciate the focus on diversity and inclusion. And as ESN, we are totally ready to support the program in 2 ways. First of all, promoting the program among European students, so they know that they can go to Wales to enjoy learning experiences, to practice the English language, and to discover a fantastic nation with fantastic culture. But also we want to grow our network in Wales so we can support students when they go mobility there. Because we know that the mobility experience is transformational, we know it's extremely important, but we also believe that students need practical support on the ground. That's why our national member ESN UK will be exploring new connections with universities in Wales to see if we can continue expanding and creating local associations. In general, the Erasmus Student Network is extremely happy to support this program in as many ways as possible. We are completely sure that it will be a huge success, and we appreciate these efforts to put new programs together so we can send more and more students abroad, and we can ensure that learners all over the world enjoy the benefits of online mobility. So just for you to know that you can always count on Erasmus Student Network to support this fantastic program, and we look forward to see it growing and to see it developing. Thanks a lot.
That's great. Thank you, Juan. The other important initiative that we'd like to tell you more about is the Global Wales programme. To explain more about this innovative partnership, its strategy for growth, including its focus on the EU, is the Chair of Global Wales, Ewan Davis.
Hello, it's a great thrill for me as the Chair of Global Wales and Vice Chancellor of Bangor University to really be part of this discussion today. Wales is an outward-looking, competitive nation, and as part of that, we are fully playing our role as developing skilled workforce with global outlook. That's what Global Wales is really all about. It's about providing opportunities for students to be internationally mobile through study or work. At the same time, Global Wales is about welcoming to Wales international students, staff, and researchers who play a really invaluable way of internationalizing our campuses here in Wales. An international outlook has never been more important. The pandemic has actually proven that to be the case. So Welsh universities, together with the British Council in Wales and the Higher Education Funding Council for Wales and Universities Wales, have established Global Wales. And it is a wonderful platform to support collaboration, research, and innovation, and promoting international mobility. Global Wales is a unique platform, as I have said, because it capitalizes on the strengths of our various universities, whilst putting Wales firmly on a world stage. Our priority markets are the United States, India, Vietnam, and I'm really proud to say the European Union. It is so important to stay close to our friends, to retain the opportunities for mobility, to work and to continue to work with Erasmus Plus, to really develop the mutuality of our relationships. Unique to Global Wales is what we call a system-to-system opportunity. It's not merely universities, but it's the whole Welsh higher education system that can work with all international systems, and particularly those with the European Union, India, Vietnam, and the United States, to develop meaningful partnerships at the highest possible level. And I'm very proud, as Chair of Global Wales, to be able to lead on this. The Global Wales agenda is supported by raising campaigns through study in Wales, which fully aligned with developing partnership worldwide. The Global Wales Scholarship Programme is important, partnering with the most prestigious scholarship programs available in the United Kingdom. As you already heard, the Welsh Government have made a very bold step in launching our International Educational Partnership Programme. This will make a difference. It's not just the money, it's the fact that we are developing mutuality and taking that to a new stage, working with the best there is from Erasmus. This is a brilliant narrative for Wales that is open, tolerant, and welcoming to all international students.